Salam alaikum and welcome to my hotel room in Cairo. It's 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm extremely tired after a 7-hour bus ride to get here, and at one point I almost thought I wasn't going to make it at all. We landed in Hurghada and sort of every other passenger on the plane kind of wandered off to their respective tour operators, and I just went off to kind of find a taxi. And through some very stilted Arabic I managed to let the guy know that I wanted to go to El Buna bus station, as it's called, so I was told by Google. So everyone else in their little taxis all go that way, and I go that way. And I'm like, yeah, suckers. Well, turns out that this taxi guy drops me off in a neighbourhood that looks like a war zone. Literally just ruined buildings and things all over the place, and like no sign of a bus station. Turns out the bus station was actually this tiny little office of this destroyed shell of a building that looked like ground zero, and that's no exaggeration there. It's electrical wires hanging from the ceiling, there was no floor, it was just sand, and there's oil drums everywhere, and some right at the back covered in plaster was this little desk with a guy sat behind it. So I asked him if he could get me on a bus to Cairo, and it turns out he could. And there was one at 9:30, which is 2 hours from when I bought the ticket. And so I thought, okay, well, fine, if this is the bus station, fair enough, I'll just take a walk around, I'll find a coffee shop or something, and I'll wait out the 2 hours. So I started to walk up and down this little street, and there's just nothing there. It's just demolished building after demolished building, occasionally punctuated strangely by trendy bathroom showrooms and things like that, and people walking around fairly well dressed. And so I'm like, is this the good neighborhood? And I'm the only white person there, and the whole time I was there, and I could feel myself standing out like a sore thumb. So no coffee shops, no restaurants, no hotels, just nothing, nowhere I could stop. So I just thought, fuck it, I'll go back and wait out the 2 hours in the destroyed, bombed out bus terminal. I actually did take a picture of it on my phone. I'll try and splice that into the video here somewhere so you can see that I'm not exaggerating. But so I did wait in the bus terminal for the hour and a half or whatever it was, and sure enough a bus turned up at 9:30 to take me to Cairo. The bus was a lot better than I thought it was going to be based on how the terminal was. It was a standard coach type thing with comfy seats, and when you get on they give you this little plastic blue container with like a couple of cakes in it and a little juice drink thing, which is great because to me, I just paid nearly £4 for a cheese sandwich on an EasyJet plane, and there's these guys at the burnt out bus terminal giving out snacks and food for free, so I was well pleased with that. Long journey, didn't sleep much. We got one stop at what I guess is their equivalent to motorway services, but effectively it's just a brick structure standing in the middle of the desert with a little generator next to it chugging away and dogs roaming around. But I was really grateful for the chance to stretch my legs and get a bit of desert night air, which I think helped me relax a bit more for the last leg of the journey. And so then I got here, got to Cairo, got a taxi straight here. My first impressions going into the neighbourhood this hotel is in was like, no, please don't let it be here. I wouldn't say it's as much of a war zone as the place in Hurghada, but you couldn't call Islamic Cairo particularly developed from what I've seen of it so far. It's not the place I would have chosen to build a hotel, but having said that, the room itself is very good. It's basic, it's clean, it's not entirely free of bugs, I guess. I'm not sure quite what sort of bugs they are, but there's not a speck of dirt on anything, so definitely can't complain. It's also got, it didn't have a toilet paper problem here. There was toilet paper, which is one step up from Travelodge, but not that it's necessarily needed, because here they've got one of those little spray jet things that you get in the Middle East, and I'm a big fan of those actually. Not for the reasons that you think. that sounds really terrible. No, I genuinely find the whole idea of toilet paper archaic, and I think these are a nice technological alternative. I don't know why I'm talking about toilet paper again, or I promise my next video will not have any mention of toilet paper. So I guess that's it for now. I'm going to get some sleep, and tomorrow venture out into Cairo, and God willing, I'll make another video then. Catch you later.